Alright, so I haven't checked to confirm, but I'm almost 100% positive. So this is why you should, disconnect your battery when you're installing a starter or an alternator. But people think they're just gonna be mechanics, go to Walmart, get them a toolbox, and be mechanics now. So see if I can do this without being too shaky camera. All right. So on one side of the fuse we have power. On the other side of the fuse we do not. One side we got power. The other we do not. This is fuse number 7. It powers up the solenoid on the starter. This power feeds the starter solenoid relay inside of, I'm pretty sure that's an internal relay on these. Non-serviceable, but I could be wrong about the relay. I'll have to double check. So, and you can almost probably see that right there. Let's see. So, you can see the gap in between that fuse and the J slot, and the J fuse. See there? It's blown. All right, so here I have the test light into the solenoid wire at the starter connector. So we bypassed the starter completely just for a visual representation. I was trying to figure out why I was missing that power down to the starter, so I just front probed into it with a front probe test lead kit, and tapped my test light into it to the battery ground. And when I hit the start button on this thing now, we get a light. This thing's gonna fire up. I just gotta connect the signal wire that doesn't clip into the starter now for some reason. I don't know why that's about, so that could be another issue once I get down there. We'll find out. So backing up here, I went through all the ignition switch stuff. I pulled it out. I was getting ready to check connector views and see what I was missing, what I had, where it was going, where it wasn't coming from, stuff like that. And I mean, all that stuff was working. So I got the ignition off an accessory. When I click the button, I click it again, we got ignition run. And this thing's gonna fire up now when I hit the brake and start it. So we had all that there. And it's a runner right now, so see the RPM gauge right there? You may have heard it on film here, I don't know. But so then I checked the wiring diagram. I figured out running back to the fuses, figure out what's going on there, because the only code I had in here was, let's find it if it's still in here. Oh, key's off. Let's see, DTC information, see if it's in here. Start button stuck, as you can see, but it was a stored code. I know sometimes these Chrysler products, Ram, CDJR or whatever, if it's even, might be, I don't know what this is anymore, I really don't even know. But, I mean, right now we got this KIN ignition communication stored code in there. I don't know what that's about, what they're stored, but sometimes the stored codes actually do mean there's a problem in these Chryslers, come to find out on certain situations. I've had that on like the grill shutters. If it's a stored code in there, sometimes the key fob won't even work for the remote start. Things like that will act up. But anyway, this thing's fixed. I don't know if there's anything else going on wrong with it, but my job is done.
It ain't about knowing where I'm going, it's about being proud of where I've been.